Hello, I'm Arif, and the name of my session is Win Every Day. So, can I hear some shouts? Like, ah, why so intense? Okay. I have a friend named John. I met him last month in a bus journey. He was next to my seat, and he looked quite depressed. So I started talking with him, just getting familiar and what he do and what he don't. So John actually born in Dhaka in early 80s, and his family is from Dhaka, old Dhaka. So the day after he born, the family decided to be him to be an engineer. So, and he also like that idea after he get older. So first of all, he get into a good school. The family was quite rich. After getting to school, he thought, okay, the primary exams are coming, so I need to focus. So he passed the primary exam. He thought that after the exam, he'll get some relief of study and everything. But after that, what happened? Then the high school, the secondary exams happened. He took it as a good experience to be in a bigger exam with many students. And after that, he got admitted into a university. And he thought, oh, now life is easier. I'm becoming an engineer. I'm in a good university. But life was not that easy. What happened with John is like, when you're in university, the pressure are much more higher than anywhere. So John found out that he need to secure a good CGPA to get a good job. So after 4 years, he got a good CGPA and he get out of the university. The things were not that simple. Now he needed a better job. After getting a job, now he needs his family wants him to be more successful. His family wants to be getting to a married with a good girl. So John's totally fed up. So the point I met John, he was like in his 40s, and he was just tired of running out all his life. From primary schools to getting the job, to getting married, and the family, is running all over. I shared the concept of winning every day in my social media account last week after meeting John. And the response was quite same as John. Many people say they are having the same issue that John is having. They're just tired of the life of running every day for a bigger goal, and after achieving it, to see something new came up and you have to run again and again. So I was like thinking and going through the books and magazines, so I found one article of winning every day in a website. I actually quite liked the idea. I shared that with John. And he actually said, if I found this article maybe 5 or 10 years ago, my life would have been quite different from now. As a startup evangelist, we meet and we talk with a lot of entrepreneurs, young fellows. And most of them, or maybe all of them, want to be the next Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. But the truth is, you cannot be the next Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. Yeah, absolutely, you can be a better version of you, but you can never be any Steve Jobs. Even in America or Israel, the startup nation, all of the people are not Steve Jobs, right? Not all of them are billionaires. So the thing is, we should actually stop pressuring our mind and just set up the goals that we want to achieve, not what the society wants us to do, or not what families want us to do. Like the stories, there's actually never happily ever after as well in life. You have to keep running one after another, one after another, and maybe after that as well, who knows, right? So John and I was like having a phone conversation all the time, what he do and what he don't right now. So John sent me to give this message to you all. As I was like, I shared that message that I'm going to give a TEDx talk. He told me to actually share his story and to share this idea of just running into smaller goals and then enjoy the life, not just running out all the life. So here's some points that I found that actually can help you. So first one is stop. Take a deep breath. Look around. enjoy the weather, see the sky, enjoy the food, and the atmosphere. So life is not that short that we think. There's plenty of time if you plan it well. We have to keep doing things all over our life. So you have to love your work. You have to love your people. You have to love the people you work with. The second thing is setting goals. So what we always do is like, oh, I lose weight in a month. I guess that's a very wrong thing to do. We should think like, I lose 3 kgs in a week, or 10 days, or 5 days. So giving a measurable goal helps you to keep moving and to plan better and to go one after another, step by step. Second thing is measuring success. Suppose one salesman needs to do 10 meetings to actually secure a sale. So what do you say? The first 19 meetings would fail? Not at all. When he gone from one meeting to another one, when he secured the second meeting, that was a success for him. It's not like getting the sales, it's like getting to the next meeting was a success for him. So you need to actually focus on what is the success for you. It's not like getting the graduation degree, it's maybe getting a good CGPA in the next midterm or next semester. Or maybe just getting a good revenue in your startup, getting a good new client, not making billions in a year. Third point is treat yourself. I guess I do it quite a lot with me. So treating thyself is very important to actually know what you are doing, if it's good or not. If you treat yourself, maybe you can just buy a watch, just taking a day off from your job, taking a holiday in a good place. So it helps you to know that you are doing in the right track. You are happy, and that's all it matters, right? You don't need to like be the Steve Jobs. You just need to be happy in your terms, in your own life, not what society thinks, not what your family thinks. The last thing is like spread love. So I was going through many researches for my presentation. In one research they show money always don't bring happiness. In most of the cases actually never bring happiness, except for the two things. First thing is if it's at a social rank in your social class, and the second thing is if you donate money. So donating money, your time, your knowledge actually helps you to be happier. You spread the love, you can spread your knowledge, you spread your time with people, like doing volunteering and things. So it helps the total society around you. And going with people together actually helps you a lot. You are now with better circle, your people are now more better. So it actually helps helping each other is the best thing you can do with your society. If you see the successful people, they do quite a lot of charities. Like I'm using the Steve Jobs example again and again because I'm a tech entrepreneur, so that's the main thing what we do. So if you see the Bill Gates, he donated most of his wealth for the charity. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation actually do quite a lot of good things in Bangladesh as well. So I'm not a billionaire. What I do quite a lot of volunteering. And I guess most of the people here also love to do volunteering. So you can volunteer your time, you can spread the love. If someone is in trouble, you can just making a phone call helps a lot. A few days back, one of my colleagues, I just met him in a single event like this. So he got an accident and he was in hospital. And I just went to the hospital. I was just going nearby the hospital, so I think, okay, let's just stop and have a look there. So I went to his room and he was quite happy just to see me because many other people actually came to see him. It doesn't take quite a lot of time to actually meet people or just to have a chat over phone, but it gives so many good strength in the relationship you can actually count on. I believe in investing in people, and that's how you actually help yourself. Thank you. My session was until that. I'm Arif Nizami. Allah Hafiz.
Now we're going to watch another TED Talk, this time by Josh Kaufman, called The First 20 Hours. Enjoy.
আপনি এখন ভিডিও ডাউন করছেন আজকে মনে ছিল হ্যাঁ
Hi everyone.
মিয়া
2 years
ভাই ভিডিও
ago,
ডাউন আছে এখন
my life changed forever.
আপনি কইলাম আপনি বলেন পানি